update.
Yes, so today is, this is Tuesday, October 17th,
Yes.
2017.
I almost said December. Not quite.
It's cold today.
It's cold today.
Okay.
So, to it. So we got our baseline blood work done about...
On September 29th, we went in to our local clinic to have our baseline blood work that was required by the state that we are doing our IVF procedure.
And so we finally got the results of those. Those took a really long time to come in because there was all kinds of extra...
Including genetic components.
Testing and we had... we got a phone call from our clinic last week, Friday, saying that there was an issue with our blood work, that we both were carriers for a disease called Fragile X syndrome. And we'll do a whole, probably blog post on that.
On what that means and what we learned and
all that stuff.
Yeah.
But all is okay. It was a minor, it wasn't even a setback. It was a pause. It was a pause.
It was an awareness, and we found out that we are good for everything else. You know,
yeah,
like that
everything else is good to go. So we're moving ahead. We ordered our medications today to start IVF. So I'll start when I get my period, which should be the very beginning of November, end of October.
Yeah,
I'll start my 10 days of shots to produce eggies.
Yeah, and what did the doctor's had said? He said, produce eggs, fertilize them,
make a baby.
Yep. So we're
doing it.
Yeah, we're in that. So that's our
So that's where we are. We're excited.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're about to drain all the savings.
Because
the medications.
Yeah.
But that's part of it.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yep, and we're grateful that the clinic that is out of state that we are working with has a payment plan, etc.
Yep.
So we're really trying to be most mindful about where do we need to pay money outright versus what can we finance, since we don't want to move too quickly and make the wrong step here. So we're trying to manage our money that we've saved, and
I think we're doing a good job with it.
Yeah.
We've decided to pay for everything else out of pocket except for the actual IVF procedure, which we will finance through the clinic.
Yeah, since they had
really good.
There was a good rate.
A good financing rate.
Yeah.
We did our research. So then they'll fertilize the eggs and make little embryos, and then they'll freeze them. And Caitlin will go in for an HSG test.
Oh, well, yes, sorry. The HSG test is actually happening next week on Monday. That's hystos. I'll just write the name and put it here. Because I can't say it. So to check out my uterus and make sure everything's okay with my tubes and everything. So.
And that's the test where they inject the dye, and then it goes into the fallopian tubes and into the ovaries, so they can see if there are anything going on.
Any sort of issues, any sort of blockages, etc. And so we'll know more about that in the next week or so.
And so barring any issues with that test for her, we'll take those frozen embryos and thaw them and implant them in December.
Yeah. I do want to say about the HSG test that it is outpatient, but I do have to go into the hospital to have the procedure done. They can't do it at the local clinic, so
that was a little bit of a
and also they have me going on to an antibiotic beforehand.
Yeah.
So just little things of note. We've done a lot of calling back and forth for prescriptions and things. We've really learned about the continuation of advocating for ourselves. You know, if we don't hear from them, send messages to portals, make phone calls. The thing is that squeaky wheels get the call back. So, you know, just being active, that all these places are dealing with high volumes of clientele, and everyone's emotions are running high because this is
high emotional process.
Yeah, so, you know, just trying to keep level heads, ask our questions, get our answers.
Yeah. So that's where we are. We are so excited. We're almost there. 2 weeks out. T-minus 2 weeks.
And we're gonna keep trying to do these videos. It's been really hard because there's been a lot of information that we were trying to edit down. So we're gonna try these quick car videos because that's a time that we can actually
update you all on where we are. But then we'll hopefully go back and then release longer videos with all of this heavy content. So those of you who are looking for information and for content, we're hoping to turn that information out for you guys.
Yep. All right.
Yay!
Love you.
Love you.
Bye. Thank you for following along on our TTC journey. If you haven't already, click subscribe and make sure to follow us on social media at the Muczyks.